Hi guys, welcome back to a brand new podcast. And today we're talking about match day number 13 of the Liga MX. And the first match was a Puebla Tijuana, which was a amazing match. It was a 4-3 win for Puebla, with a 54% ball positioning, and Tijuana with a 46 ball positioning. Um, it was 11 shots for Puebla, 13 for Tijuana, which Tigres won 5-3. Another great match. Um, the ball positioning was for Tigres with the 56% ball positioning, and Necaxa with the 44% ball positioning. There was 90 shots for Tigres, 14 for Tijuana. There were 6 corners for Tigres and 4 for the Necaxa. There was 10 fouls for Tigres, 19 for Necaxa, 468 passing for Tigres, 379 for Necaxa. And that was 2 yellow cards for Tigres, 5 for Necaxa, and that's how that match ended. Next match was a San Luis versus Atlas, which San Luis won 2-0. Ball positioning was favored for Atlas with the 59% over the 41% that and the San Luis had. There was 11 shots for San Luis and 8 for Atlas. There was 8 corners for San Luis and 2 for Atlas. There was 10 fouls for San Luis and 7 for Atlas. 356 passing for San Luis and 536 for um El Atlas. Um, there was 6 freak. There was no yellow cards in this match at all, and that's how that game ended. Next match was a Toluca Querétaro. Um, that ended in a 4-0 win for El Toluca. The ball percentage was for them with a 65% over the 35% that Querétaro had. There was 16 shots on target for Toluca. There was 14 for Querétaro. There was 3 corners for Toluca, 6 for Querétaro. There was 17 fouls for Toluca and 7 for El Querétaro. There was 681 for passing for Toluca and 363 for Querétaro. There was 1 yellow card for El Toluca and 0 for El Querétaro. Next match was a Santos Leon, which Santos won 2-0. The ball was favored for Leon with the 62% over the 38% that Santos had. There was 10 shots for Santos. It was 21 shots for Leon. There was 4 corners for Santos and 11 for Leon. There was 307 passing for Santos and 494 for Leon. There was 10 free kicks for Santos, 12 for Leon. There's 3 yellow cards for each team. That's how that game ended. Next match was a Juarez Pachuca with Pachuca and Juarez tying 2-2. The ball position was for Pachuca with the 60% over the 40% that San Luis had. So the Juarez had 16 shots on target for Juarez, 8 for Pachuca. There was 4 corners for Juarez, 5 for Pachuca, 8 fouls for Juarez, and 17 for Pachuca. 348 passing for Juarez, 523 for Pachuca. There was 4 yellow cards for Juarez, 6 for Pachuca. There was and there was 1 red card for Pachuca, 0 for Juarez. That's how that game ended. Next match was a Monterrey Pumas, which ended in a 1-1 draw for them. The ball positioning was for Monterrey with the 63% over the 37% for Pumas. There was 14 shots for each team. There was 3 corners for Monterrey, 8 for Pumas. There was 8 fouls for Monterrey, 14 for Pumas, 603 passing for Monterrey, 347 for Pumas. There was 0 yellow cards for and Monterrey and 1 for Pumas. Next match was a Chivas Mazatlan. Chivas won 2-0. Ball position was for them with the 59% and 49 over the 49% that Mazatlan had. 30 shots for Chivas, 5 for